Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. You're officially the Michigan Man Cave. Welcome to the Man Cave, your place for any and all things Michigan football. And I'm off location this week, so excuse the giddy up in the background, but we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about this. I'm just gonna call it how I saw it: slop bucket dub. That again, I'm gonna take every day of the week. I'll take it as a dub. That's all that matters at the end of the day. But I'll say I think this of all dubs didn't give Michigan Nation the confidence it probably would have given us in future years winning a big game like this. I think I can speak for all of us when we say that, but nonetheless, we got the dub. Obviously, I'm your host, Train, here with Bowie and Keen to get these post-game reactions. Looking forward to Minnesota this week as well. But Keen, I'm gonna let you start, man. What's your overall takeaways on the game, man? Where you want to go with it? You know, you can give us high level overview of what you saw. Why are you looking like that, man?
I'm trying to practice emotional intelligence. You know what I'm saying? So I've learned to not get too high and not get too low. You know what I'm saying?
SEL, that you a teacher? Social emotional learning.
Hey, look. So what I am right now, I'm content. I'm content with what we have. I can look forward to this going forward. This same recipe, the same additives to our offense or whatever we don't have. See that going forward. We're gonna run the ball a lot. We ran it what?
You think?
79% of the time we ran it. And it got the job done.
Where your microphone at? It seemed like you're a little.
Yeah, my bad, bro.
Man, you a little echoey, right? Yeah.
Right. Yeah, my bad.
They was on my head though.
chill up, pay the bills. 79% of the time we ran it. I mean, I can see that going forward. I mean, we threw for what, 32 yards? That's not gonna get it
I think 32.
That's not gonna get it done anywhere in college football.
I don't agree with that.
Well, it got it done last week. It got it done this weekend. So I mean, that's what we can say. It was a ranked team. I'll take that win any day. But like you said, Train, it doesn't boost my confidence going forward. But also it doesn't like weigh it down like, man, it's gonna get way worse. You know what I'm saying? So it could be worse, you know what I'm saying?
It was a big game. It was a turning point game.
Plays. 1 or 2 plays we don't make. Mullins don't make that run. Klein don't make that catch right before that run. Will Johnson don't make that play. A lot can be said, but we won, so I'm content. That's all I can say, man. I'm content. You know what I mean? I'm gonna sleep good at night. Sleep real good at night.
Bowie, what's this Kool-Aid you were talking about? Talk to us. Where are you at with this, man?
Said last podcast, man. I'm not drinking the Michigan Kool-Aid that they were selling us all summer. I made my own batch and I'm gonna drink it. And last week I told you we're gonna play a lot of teams that are just like us, that don't have really good quarterbacks. And this is the tier we're in. We're not the national championship level right now. You know what I'm saying? We're in this tier, kind of second tier, where we could stay in these games. The biggest stat it's not the passing yards. The biggest stats out of his stats was he didn't turn the ball over. That's the play of the game. You know what I'm saying? We control the ball. These people in our tier, we should be able to handle them. Now, I see Oregon dropped to number 8. I ain't watched much Oregon, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know what they look like. But years past, they're a passing team. They don't play much defense. That's like their strength versus our strength.
They haven't looked great.
Like a USC. It's like a USC pretty much. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so yeah, I give us a chance. You know what I'm saying? We don't turn the ball over. I give us a chance in that game. Now, them people in the other state, you know what I'm saying? Because that's like our other big game. Like, I was talking shit during the Marshall game. Like, oh, they don't look that tough.
Never mind.
Y'all heard me in the chat, but I was like, hey, that's gonna be those type of games though could go either way just because they're big rivalries. So. Like I throw a lot of the normal stuff we talk about out the window when it comes to those games. But my Kool-Aid is, man, it didn't move me. It's not gonna move me we're in this tier, and as long as we don't turn the ball over, we play a lot more quarterbacks like this. Like I said last week, Caleb Williams was the number 1 draft pick, so this quarterback really doesn't have the experience like our quarterback doesn't. I thought our defense was going to be more dominant, and I feel like they can be going forward because of the quarterbacks we play against. So, I mean, it don't move me. As long as we don't turn the ball over, we good. Should be good.
I'm trying to figure out when we got to the point of offense where it's just don't make a bad play instead of like, let's go ball. You
Let's
know what I'm
go.
saying?
Cut their throats.
Yeah, we ain't even close to being that right now. And I think to me, what it's going to boil down to, and we can break down the game a little bit, but I think to me, what it boils down to is Sharon and his mindset of, because I think we all have pretty much said it. Like, I think our floor is definitely higher with Orgy than
Right.
it is with Davis Warren, because not turning it over, just playing smart. Like, we can probably get our way to 9 for sure, right? But we know that the ceiling is definitely not higher with Orgy, because there's no way in hell we're going to win a Big Ten championship or a playoff game without being able to pass. Like, that stuff we saw this past weekend, it's not winning a playoff game, right? So it's really, it's Sharon Moore's first year. Does he want to just be like, you know what, whatever, it's my first year. We lost 18 players in the NFL, new coach, new coordinators, all that, and I got 9. Everybody should be happy with that. Give me a year to catch my breath. I'm good. Nobody's talking fire me, right? Or is his goals actually like, if I could, what if I did have a little bit of a passing game? We could make real noise halfway. Like, we got the talent to at least go to the playoffs, maybe win a game. It's 12 teams now, you know what I'm saying, depending upon what spot we were in, as long as we didn't match up with maybe one of the 3 or 4 top best teams, you know what I'm saying? Like, so
we didn't get out of our tier.
Yeah, exactly.
Next tier.
We can stay in our tier, you know
Yep.
what I'm saying? Where it's I don't even know how the bracket's going to match up. I think there's a couple buys or whatever. So we played
First 4 get a bye, I think.
right. So if we played a 6 seed, you know, we played the number 6 team or something, like, we could probably beat them on a given day, right?
Right. As a toss up.
So right. So that's what I think is going to boil down to. And I think he's going to go with the long game, right? Like, I ain't about to risk this and throw Davis Warren out there. Maybe I'm holding out hope, and nobody knows, just because they don't say nothing about it. It's not like the NFL where you got to give them like injury designations and all that. With Tuttle, you know, I think that's our only hope. If Tuttle was to somehow get back and, you know, be a serviceable passer. You know what we're really missing right now, bro? I hate to say it, and it's very true. We need Cade McNamara.
Bro, I looked at that today. Somebody compared them, dog.
You're not great. You're not going to make a bunch of mistakes. You're going to pass for 150 yards. And go ahead,
I think Minnesota, they brought Joe Clapp brought up Minnesota playing them, Iowa, and they said Cade McNamara. I'm like, dang, dog, if we had him right now. I said that 2 days.
Iowa and Michigan passed for 72 yards this weekend, and both of us won.
But
that's the article I read.
Cade is way more serviceable than Warren and as a passer.
Agreed.
Like, I never thought I would be like, bring me Cade back, but it showed. Cade is Cade was definitely better at Michigan than he is at Iowa, right? And he had a solid nucleus around him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So it's like you are kind of like
Train. Cade's in this tier. I think he would flourish in this tier. You know, we were trying to get out of that tier into the next level.
He wasn't it.
He wasn't going to do that. You know what I'm saying? But
he was going to keep us in this tier. He was going to keep us in the same tier.
That's the Kool-Aid I'm drinking, man. That's all I got.
So I guess my question though is, to me, let's stick with offense here. To me, the craziest thing was, and I call it a slot bucket victory. And anybody who's been listening to this podcast, I'll explain to y'all. Y'all might saying, what's a slot bucket? It's when you shoot a 3-pointer and it goes off the backboard and you act like you did something fresh. No, that's a lucky shot. You didn't call glass. You got lucky. And that's essentially, to me, being at the 11-yard line with 4 minutes left and you're running zone reads, just praying to God to pop one. That's that's just risky.
Ludicrous, man. That's
It's
ludicrous.
ludicrous. I'll be first to say, at that point in time, the situation did call for Davis Warren. Like, I wanted him in at that time. I'm not a revisionist history. Like, I'll tell y'all exactly what I was thinking. I understand it looks bad for Sharon Moore. Oh, we're gonna now all of a sudden it looks like you're just desperate, right? You haven't played them all game, this, that, and the third. But I was talking to Brother Mike, as many of y'all saw on the last podcast. He was like, Sharon goes to Davis Warren now, he's fired. I'm like, well, passing for 32 yards can get you fired too.
Right.
Especially with an L.
Making an
Especially if we
adjustment,
took
that
an
can
L.
get you fired,
Especially
too.
with an L. So
Think
I
if we
think
lost that game, bro.
it was just, I mean, I want to say ballsy almost to just keep praying that you're gonna pop one. But it's just, it's the percentages were so low. And the fact we did it, I just gotta be like, kind of tip my cap, but also be like, it's a slot bucket too. I don't even know how to feel about it, honestly. I'm just like, that was, you really were hoping like, oh, we're gonna pop a 60-yarder run at any point? Like,
Nobody's asking for
Hey.
that.
Go ahead.
Well,
Ken.
it happened what? In each quarter, right? Or was that in the first quarter?
Oh,
Those were both in the
Third
first
quarter. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
up until that drive, we had
We
9
had nothing, yeah.
of offense.
Now, I remember right now.
The entire third quarter, up until that pretty much that last drive, we had
Yeah,
9
we're
offense. Orgy 7 of 12, 32
32.
yards is insane.
I can do that, bro. We can do that.
Bro, my students was making fun of me, like, man, you only do for. I'm like, what would you rather have, 32 yards or a win? They was like, I was like 200 and some yards and 3 touchdowns. He was like 200 and some yards and 3 touchdowns. I was like, man, shut up, look, you don't know what you're talking about.
They would say that too. I
Right.
believe the kids would say that.
Little whippersnapper.
Yeah, but if you want me to sit up here and get excited off of 7 of 12, 32 yards, you ain't gonna hear it from me.
I'm more excited about the rushing yard.
I can't do it. And I'll say, I don't even think Loveland out there would have helped us, dog. I really don't. Like, his passes were just, I don't even know if could he hit him?
Can I get a second too? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to take too long, but can I get a second to do something real quick? Because I understand how the wide receivers are feeling out there. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all all play college football, you know what I'm saying, at Ferris State University. And every week you work your butt off, you do what you need to do, you get out on the field on Saturday, and you like, ooh, you went off the line, you run a pearl route, you wide open, and in your mind, you like, he either ain't gonna see me, it's gonna be a dirt ball, or it's going over my head. That does something to a receiver's confidence, man. So I want to show y'all something. All right, if you can see, this is me. Pearl route. Okay. This is the defender. Beat. Let me find it. This is the ball. 7 yards in front of me. So
That looks like airmail.
bro, I ain't capping. I know how these receivers feel. I was hard on you. I was making it seem like, yo, it could be their fault in some way, shape, or form, but I know where their confidence is at, dog, because I've been in it, man. When you just know, like, no matter what you do, you're dependent on the other person to, you know what I'm saying? Because the receiver position is a dependent position. And you just know, like, damn, it could be him or him. I'm probably not going to get to show off my talent because they can't get me the ball. No, that weighs on your confidence, man. So y'all stick with it. Keep doing what you do, man. And I'm just going to let you know I feel you.
Basically a lineman out there. You're just blocking all game.
Block for me.
Bruh.
So
We went from 5 wide my freshman year back to the I formation because quarterback play was wishy-washy. So we were essentially blockers.
talent. Your QB talent was dictating the playbook.
Bruh. Got up to 215. They were like, we need meat on those edges because we need blocks.
Hey, so that leads me to another question before we go to defense. So, B, if you're a receiver, go back to your receiving days, and let's just say you're a 4-star guy and you're looking at programs and Michigan's recruiting you.
No, hey man, I might have to look over y'all, dog. I get the.
So how do we get? You know what I'm saying? It's like if you know it's going to be a smash mouth team, even with a better quarterback.
Wrong.
You don't get the top elite 5-star guys. Or
I'm wondering about I'm worried about the development of players now, because you had from last year, because you knew this was coming. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Why weren't we in the transfer portal getting a quarterback? Regardless of what you thought,
something.
regardless of what you thought we had, we don't got it.
And
You
to sit
see?
up there and say Orgy is this like astounding athlete, but they knew, you knew then
You knew then.
couldn't throw
You
the
did
football.
nothing.
So I don't understand why you try to sell us on this fabrication of what the player is. Like, that's not Michigan. That's not what we do. Just don't say nothing.
We had
I'm worried about development. How is he developing players? Because this is scary, dog.
Well, no,
32 yards is, that's below average, y'all. That's below average.
even worse than development though is evaluation, bro. Like y'all evaluation process, what is that? Because
I stir it all in the same
yeah,
pot.
yeah, you can do that, but
And I threw
just
they
real
batch,
quick.
I threw they batch of Kool-Aid out, and I made my own.
Pro Football Focus, Mullins was the only one over 70 on offense. All the rest of them were below, and
You talking about
really
grade
low.
outs?
Yeah, grade outs. Yeah.
You ain't one there,
Hey,
so.
King, I want to ask you this. And you brought this. You made a comment in the group chat during the game, and I was thinking the same thing. There was now, if he's going to be throwing for 32 yards, I'm going to need Lamar action out there.
Right?
And
Oh, I know what you're talking about already.
you made a comment. I think it was like one of the first series we had where he kind of had the edge, and he got
walked down.
got tackled pretty easily. Is it
Horrible
just-
angle. Like
Or is his wiggleness not quite what we thought either?
I think it's more power than I think it's more power, get up and then get going. Probably like a Donovan, you know what I'm saying? No wiggle in there, but when you get going, them legs and thighs, it's hard to bring him down because when you see when he gets to the edge and he's kind of stiff arming, it's hard to get him down. But that run, it's like, oh, that's a first down. He about to get that, and then some dude just come flying past and just tackle him. I'm like, no, he had to get up and go.
They should have converted his ass. He should be a
tight
tight
end or
end or
something.
something. Exactly.
H-back. Put him in the Bredesen mode.
Or like Julius peppers him on offense. Put it like he's just an athlete.
With a Swiss knife type thing.
Yeah.
Jabril
But
Peppers.
again, that's coaching, dog. You knew he couldn't do this. You knew he couldn't throw.
He said,
I don't get it, dog. And that to me, Train, would be the reason why getting to 9 would still be kind of like an asterisk on him, dog. Because like, the
And if
QB
you're him, though, I'm sure he ultimately has dreams of playing pro. So it's like Mikey Sanders still. Like, you're a pretty good receiver. You're not great. We'll move you to defense. Now you're a second-round pick. You know what I'm saying?
oh, and a Michigan legend.
Yeah. Even if you want to play receiver, it's like, what's going to be my best chance to get to the league? There's
Right.
no way in hell Orgy's going to the league as a quarterback.
Nobody's spending that money or time on him to try and if you ain't got it by that time, no.
And
right,
think
that's a bad investment. That would take way too much time to develop his skill. And then, like, I hear the announcer saying, "Oh, it's not the mechanics." Like, so if it's not the mechanics, his throwing mechanics, then what is it?
Touch.
What,
Was it level? Was it
I don't
called
even
layering?
think. Hey, Keen, I don't even think you can teach that though. You either have that or you don't.
right. And I'm not even gonna blame all that on Sharon. Like, he's been under Harbaugh so Harbaugh couldn't do nothing with you. He's a semi-quarterback whisperer, as they said all these years, but like,
Hey, Train, but he wasn't playing under Harbaugh. He knew he wasn't getting the game.
right. I'm saying
He's
he's
over there chilling.
still developing them
Practice,
over
yeah,
3 years.
yeah.
You practicing, you teaching them reads, you in the quarterback rooms, like you ain't got it, bro.
Right.
I don't know if any coach can come in there and develop. If you just ain't got it, you ain't got it. So
But give me some
And
shoelace with it though.
And in the league, they're not doing development like that. They're not waiting around for you to get these skills. You gonna be off the team because it's
In the Canadian Football League.
You got limited roster size.
one last thing I want to bring up to y'all before we go to defense. And I know we're supposed to make this a quicker podcast, so forgive me stuff keeps coming to me, but this is something we talked about last week. And B, I'm gonna let you take this because, well, one, I'll take majority of the credit because it was my breakout player of the year for offense. So all hail to me for picking Khalil Mullins as a breakout player. But B, after the first game, was saying like 90% of the carries need to go to Mullins instead of like even halfway splitting. And I think up until a certain point in the game, I don't know what I heard the stat. It said Donovan had 14 carries to Mullins 9 at one point in the game. Donovan had 14 carries, Mullins had 9. And then my man came through. It was a great play. He did come through with the Fred Warner and just punch it out of Donovan's hand. But you still need to have that rock tucked tight.
Mitch.
But it seemed like it took that for them to just fully almost be like, all right, you're done. Like, you ain't running as well. You did break one long one. Maybe the best cut he's had at Michigan to actually do a semi-Blake Corum-ish cut. But you do that big fumble, you still weren't getting just the consistent yardage on those, like the inside zones and all that stuff. So, B, I mean, is it to the point where you're just nothing but a guy that's going to come in and spell Mullins? Like, when I'm tired, you can just get a carry or two, but I am the full lead dog now. It seems crazy saying that because we see his home run ability, but are we to the point? Donovan, you get 6 carries a game, maybe.
Right.
That's just spelling me when I ran it 5 times in a row.
Right. 100%. Bro, I told you last podcast, 90% to Mullins. Dog, Donovan looks like a tweener back, but then he's too, like, his legs are too long to be a tweener back because, like, that he's
Like
he's got long legs. So that gives him the home run ability, but that doesn't give him the pound. You know what I mean? Like, he can't run between the tackles like that. I mean, against Washington, again, like you've been saying it since the game, you were like, if he didn't play the way he played versus Washington, then you wouldn't have been
the hype train would have been down.
Yeah, you wouldn't have
You
been
wouldn't be on the cover of
season
college.
like Donovan's the clear #1 running back. We wouldn't have been saying that. But and then to that, Washington isn't the defensive run stopping team that anybody knows them for. So
That's a good point, Key. You said so. Basically, you're telling us be the cover athlete of NCAA 25. We're benching.
I mean, yeah, you got to if you want to shot at winning. Because Donovan, like, again, his vision, I wasn't impressed with his vision. You don't have ball security. I mean, you're getting the ball knocked out. It's too many knocks against him just to keep him in there because he played good in one game. Because up until that Washington game, though, we were all like not on the Donovan train. And then when he wasn't the lead back, he performed better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I would say
Give
Mullins looks like a running back. He looks like a Michigan prototype running back.
Give Mullins all the Blake Corum love, and you keep the same role you had last year.
Yep, that's it.
And just to piggyback off that's
your point
okay.
again, Train. He trying to go to the league. You're diminishing. I think you're diminishing your league ability right now.
I'm not worried about him going to the league. I'm worried about winning. Hey, sit his ass down if you need to, but that's okay because, like you said, he's a different type of back. We can use him different ways, but it's like every time y'all try.
No, we can't. We don't have the quarterback to use him different ways.
But I mean, quick pass.
He's throwing the screens
out the screen. Right. That's what I'm saying. We don't do it. Something
we are in a trick bag right now. There's a lot.
But we can run a screen, but we just don't do it.
I don't trust the O-line either to do that.
Well, knowing that we're not going to run a screen, he is out of the rotation.
Yeah.
Those boxes are about to start getting heavy, and Donovan's not a pound back. Mullins at least is.
Yeah, I mean, that was a hell of a run, and he was just like willed his way to that. Dude was first he dragged the dude like 5 yards. He's holding on,
and then spun on him.
Then spun on him.
That spin was vicious.
Yeah,
and dude tried to arm tackle, and it was off to the races.
Oh, all right.
We don't get that. We taking an L.
Yeah,
I'm gonna just stay in my tier.
My point was, if Sharon was just saying my strategy is that Mullins is going to break 30 tackles and take it to the house, even though it happened, I still think it's just a bad strategy.
It's not you can't bank on that.
Yeah, you can't bank on this. It's not a sustainable.
You can't bet on these guys every weekend.
Hey, Trey, you probably can bank on it against Minnesota, Washington,
Minnesota.
Illinois, or maybe Illinois 2019, Michigan State. You probably can bank on it then, but those games. And you said another tip your cap to Train. He said, "Hey man, what did you say the record was gonna be? You didn't say it was gonna be undefeated." So another tip to cap.
10-2. I've been losing the battles. I'm going for the war.
Right.
Let's flip to defense though, because defense definitely played better.
Yeah.
I like the way defense looked. We did have one big busted coverage, which I still don't know how those happen in big games like that. Well, one that led to the TD.
Oh yeah, that led to them. We're taking the lead. Yeah.
Big, huge, just gaping hole. Pause of how
we're gonna talk about him too.
How did that happen? Like dude blitzed and there was nobody out. I don't know how that happened. I didn't even.
Yeah, he was wide open. Yeah.
I didn't even get the post game out of what he answered a question on that. I didn't see that, but defense in general played a lot better. It looked like they had a little more fire under their belt, and I mean, Keen, you mentioned it. Will won the game really with that play. To me, that's what kept us alive.
Gave us some momentum. Gave us a lot of
fading fast.
We were going down, down, down.
Yeah. So, what's your take on Wink? I mean, it seemed like they kind of got back to semblance of what we were looking like last year.
So, the blitz rate, Joe Klatt, I can't take credit. I didn't do the analytics on it. How you say analytics? The blitz rate went down. First 3 games we blitzed 48%. We went down to 30%. So that could have been part of the blown coverages. We were like not doing what we usually do. So different things, but you still got to be ready to play.
Y'all giving a lot of grace.
Hey, look. So defense, okay. The way the game was set up, our defense balled out in the first half. You know what I'm saying? They didn't do it. They had, I think, like 29 snaps in the first half. So we didn't get off the field in the third quarter, but USC's offense is, you know what I'm saying, they played down in the first half, we can say. We played up.
Yeah, we 3-and-outed the entire quarter. So
yeah. So I think defense played as best as they could play to complement our offense and what it didn't do or what it did do, you know what I'm saying, at that point in time. Because we got the 2 big runs in the first half where we're up, and then in the second half, we had to play a lot of snaps. We didn't get them off the field as quick as we wanted to, but in the end, we got enough stops. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Miller Moss ain't bad, but he's acting like he's much better than Orange.
Yeah.
All I seen was screens.
So, I mean, I feel good. The defense, like you said, Trey, they stepped up. They played better. We asked more from the D-line. They gave us a lot. They gave
Stewart.
Stewart, he graded out.
Somebody was getting home finally. Somebody was finally getting home.
Stewart graded out a 95.8 on the Pro Football Focus.
Big 10 Player of the Week.
That's where all our pro football PFF came from, is on defense. Jair Hill had a good game. Will Johnson, of course. Derek Moore had a good game. And of course, Graham had some big plays. So
he balled. Him and Grant played well.
It was kind of complimentary. Only thing, oh my God, it was kind of complimentary.
Papa Bear was running with that jar of honey,
that loaf of bread in his gullet. So I mean, it was just complimentary football, man. We couldn't do anything in the second half, and defense held out for us. I'm content. I'm gonna keep saying that. I'm content. I'm not gonna get up. I'm not gonna get down. I'm gonna let somebody else do that. It's not gonna be me.
Get it off your chest, B. What you got, man? It seemed like you don't agree with us.
Agree with everything he said, but again, I'm waiting for the level that I put all my faith in. Them linebackers, man. Keenan mentioned the D-line.
I didn't get to touch on it. My bad. Yep.
He mentioned the secondary.
Osman played decent. Barham.
Yeah, I'm more or less talking about the man I picked to be the defensive standout this year. Where you at, bruh? So much hype about you, and I guess it was all hype because I'm just not sold. So again, I agree with everything King said. And you said defensive line played good. Secondary played good. It's just like them a couple, you know what I'm saying, a little here and there, blown coverages. With the blown coverages, like King said, yo, you got to be ready to play. And I just don't get how nobody's there, dog. Like, I mean,
Body.
again, I'm waiting for Will Johnson to again. This is where I want him to be a leader to where that kind of stuff doesn't happen. You get beat, but nobody's there. We can't be out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he didn't call the play. Yeah, let that and get wide open. I know that wasn't in the playbook. That's not a coverage.
Ever.
Miscommunication.
So that's where last week I want Will to be more of a leader and have the secondary just until Moore gets back. Because I think, you know what I'm saying, missing him is that leadership, you know what I'm saying? And so when we get him back, if we get him back, I think that'll come. But again, my gripe is more with Barham, man, and the linebacker core. I just want to see them complete the game. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if they had the same type of game that the D line had, like it wouldn't have got as close as it did. You know what I mean?
I don't know if Pete, got a lot of tick last game too. 30, Jimmy Roder at linebacker. I think they might be like, hey, bro, you better start
ready to pull the trigger.
We're gonna start giving this cat a little more burn. You know what I'm saying? I know it's probably certain sets and stuff he's in there, but he ain't just over there sitting on the sideline.
Real quick.
At least he'll get in there and hell raid.
He did though too.
Makari Page, 44.7 on PFF. He didn't have a good game.
I was gonna say he did not play well.
I don't think he played good at all
touchdown
either.
for them to go up, for them to take the lead.
That missed tackle.
What it like? Could he have made a play on the ball? Or did he?
When the ball's in the air, I feel like he should be going for the ball more than he's going for the player. You know what I'm saying? Like,
or if you're gonna go for the player, hit him in his
but
neck.
I don't think he's a hitter like that.
Bro, but he's a senior and like he should be out there. Like he's been starting safety. He should be a leader out there too. And he didn't have a great game.
It seemed like they cut down the rotation a little bit. Like him and Quentin Johnson was out there a lot.
Hillman got a lot of tick too. Brendan Hillman.
Yeah, Hillman. Yep, Hillman did get out there, but for the most part, it wasn't just a million dudes rotating again, like I had seen. So maybe they're shortening the rotation of hair. Hillman, I saw Hillman out there. He did get that stupid personal foul where he went and shoved dude off the. I'm like, bruh, this game we can't have none of them dumb.
Calm down, buddy. Calm down.
I got another theory too, man, and I don't even hate him for it. Will Johnson gonna get his play, and he gone. I'm gonna get my play, man. I'm gonna get my film.
Hey, if you gonna make that play,
bruh, this is top 10 shit we talk about. Top 10 pick in the NFL draft shit we talk about. And I ain't gonna hate on him for it.
Might be on to some dog, because it do seem like every year after he balls out in a game, Ohio State, he left the game after a pick. Versus Washington, he got that pick in the Natty.
Dude, coming into last year, he was hurt. Coming into last year.
No, it's not an injury, Keenan. I'm not saying an injury.
Oh, you're just saying
I'm getting my play. I got this. This buff steal. I'll let that hold me over till I get there. And I can't hate on him, dog. This is top 10 pick shit, dog. Like they talk about him being the number one DB off the board and him possibly going in the top 10.
Michigan record for pick sixes now. So
yeah,
and if he keep playing like this, can he get on the Heisman list? Shoot.
My thing is he already has the film. You know, his tape is good enough. He could have came out last year. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think Graham could do things like that yet. You know what I'm saying?
Man, he getting money right now.
Maybe
he ain't
Grant,
going
like just off of the plays that he's made and that big chase down. You know what I'm saying? Not every player can do this. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna hate on the maybe one or two that can.
It's weird to me, and I'll just be thinking this like he's locked down. Don't get me wrong. I think he's phenomenal, but for me, I don't know. Like, even with his picks, like it don't look like he really be running fast. So I'll be wondering like how fast he really is, like 40 wise. You know what I'm saying?
He be coasting.
Like,
hey, bro, he might be saving something for the combine. I mean,
how fast? What you think he run a 40? 4 something?
I know. Right now he looks 4.4-ish at least.
He don't be looking that fast to me on the field. I don't know why. It could just be.
It might be that gazelle speed because Donovan don't be looking that fast to me either. It's just them long legs.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. Like, he never looks like he is just like
burning.
Guys on the field is like you could tell when they're moving. It's like you're running at a different speed than everybody else. It never really looks like that for me. But I mean, he's like I said, he's locked down. And it's all that matters. It's just kind of a sidebar. Right. What I'll be thinking.
I just know right now he has the tape So it's just like, hey, bro,
Yeah.
Like I said, you come in and make that play, I'm content.
a
Yeah.
pick six, a pick six when you need it every time.
He done did it every time.
Can't be mad at you, dog.
So, I mean, in all actuality, I mean, we could have won that game by more. Like when
Thought we was going
Kent,
to.
when he picks it up like Winnie the Pooh and is running with the fumble, and then my man just comes and snatches it, and then they score right after that. That was a possession where they got it, and then we turn around and Donovan gets it punched out. They score. It's like those are two plays they shouldn't have had. That were more like our errors. You know what I mean? So
Shooting
they made
ourselves in the
plays,
foot.
but it's more like mistakes than just them making.
I don't think Winnie the Pooh would have let that honey jar go as easy as he did. I was like, dang, bro, you act like you ain't
I
300
thought he
some
wanted to stiff
pounds.
arm him, like, get off me, and to keep running, like.
Yeah, the big boys, they don't get the ball in their hands that much.
Oh, that boy he ran out of gas. It wasn't no extra movement. He was like, you want this? Okay, I need to get on this ground.
Oh man.
Rest I need. Rest.
All right. Anything else, man? We can move on. Let's go to last week's predictions. Just for the record, I came in last because I lost. Because we won, and
I'm glad you led with that.
And I picked we were going to lose.
Shit.
But I will say I was a fourth down stop, which trust me, I wanted to be wrong.
Picking that, yeah, you were.
From predicting that score perfectly. If we don't get in on that fourth down, we lose that game 24-20.
Yeah, you're right.
So I'm happy that we lost. But
that we won.
I can't
You
hold it.
lost.
I'm happy that I lost, but I was that close to being 100%. And I was going to text y'all if we lost and say, is there double points for predicting the score exactly?
Next week off? Next week off?
Yes, exactly. But neither here nor there. Again, we won. I'm happy we won. I'll take it however it came. So, Keen, what was the other predictions, though? Let me know.
I predicted 21-13. Bowie picked it 21-17.
Mike got the
Brother Mike
closest
picked 23-21.
All that stuff he was talking, he picked the closest in point.
All that stuff he was talking in, and he predicted a victory. But so Bowie won, right?
Yeah.
Congratulations. Hey, this is a new way
Turning of the tide
from past years. You know what I'm saying? I guess it just happened. It had to happen some years. So.
Hey man, I'm just drinking my own Kool-Aid, man. I put that Kool-Aid down. I'm drinking my own.
There you go. All right, so I came in last. So I have to go first this week. We got Minnesota on the docket. Minnesota is 2-2. Not impressed.
Just some background on them. They lost to North Carolina, and North Carolina got their ass whooped this week by
James Madison. Drop a 70 ball on
70 balls, 70 like 52 or something like that.
So I see right now, lost to North Carolina.
Iowa stomped them 31. I forgot the story.
Yep. Beat Rhode Island. Beat Nevada, and then Iowa beat them 31-14. And if you can't beat Iowa, we're like a better version of them. So
right.
We shouldn't.
They're in the bottom of our tier. We're at the top of our tier.
Right. We shouldn't struggle with them. Looks like last week their quarterback. Who was their quarterback? I don't know. Max Brosmer, 22 of 37, 209.
He won't do that this week.
2 picks, 2 TDs, 2 picks.
Oh, he'll do that. Maybe more picks.
He's barely over 50%, 200 yards, nothing crazy. So Minnesota coming to town. Looks like the line is what? Is there a line on this? Ooh, I don't even see
it's
it.
30. It's negative 9. We're 9 under. I mean,
favored by 9?
Yeah, favored by 9. Yeah.
Okay. So gotcha. That. Whew. Can I put 6-0 as the final score? No, I'm gonna say.
I love it.
I'm gonna say we'll win 17. I'm gonna say 17-7. covering the line, but an absolute slugfest slop bucket.
Buck.
Gonna be a game of punts.
Dang, word. Oh, word.
Neither team wants to wants to make the big mistake. I don't think they're going to be able to score on us like that, but I don't think we're going to try to run up the score. So I'm going to say 17. I want to give us more, man. I can't.
It's bitching ass if you do.
And I don't think that we're going to even try to. I think if we get the lead, we're literally going to
run and gut or just running up the gut.
We're going to run, and be totally okay with punting.
Right.
So
or kicking. I ain't heard from my dog. We done brought him over in the transfer portal. We ain't even gave him a shot.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, what'd you say? My bad. What was your score? 17.
17.
I'm trying to see if I want to go up before I lock this in.
Okay.
I'll go up a hair. 20-7.
20,
I mentioned Zavada. You gonna give him a field goal? He gonna kick a 50-yarder.
I'll give Zavada an extra kick, B. That'd be 2 touchdown drives and 2 field goal drives. 20-7.
I'm gonna say 24-14.
All right.
I'm assuming these is all Michigan.
I want to. And hold on, wait. Because I want to say, all right, 20. I would say 2010. My bad. 2010.
Oh,
I don't want to go that high. I don't think we're gonna do that.
All right, I'll be the one to pick their Kool-Aid back up. I'm gonna go 28-9. I
28-9.
think we have a huge game, and all they get is field goal.
So you got us smashing the spread. All right. Hope you're correct.
But it's going to be a really short game, and these are all rushing touchdowns. Somehow Donovan's magic is going to pop out. He going to get some. I believe Mullins is going to have another good game because he ain't showed me nothing else less. And then I think we get a slot bucket touchdown just because they're going to be wore out.
Maybe defense. Maybe
and we playing for the jug, so it's going to be that extra little hypeness to it. You know what I'm saying?
Rivalry. Trophy game.
Yep. So,
yep.
A little extra pep in the step.
Before we get out of here, King, talk to me. IG, what's popping?
At the Michigan Man Cave podcast on IG. Reaching out to some people reaching back. In the works of trying to get a guest on, like a fan of the podcast and everything. Want to get more reach out to people, see what they got to say about the team. Hit us up on IG at the Michigan Man Cave podcast.
Boy, talk to me. Wild X. Your shield should have went down a little bit, or is the shield still up?
Oh, the shield is definitely still up. It is nothing but, it's dangerous on the X. It's nothing but slurs and degradation over there, bro. People got no chill, dog. Like, this one cat was like, "Oh, I'm about to give out Sharon's home address, just like the dude from Detroit did."
About the doxer?
Oh boy, I was like, "People gonna do that?" But
that ain't that deep, huh?
Hey, we are Michigan Man Cave podcast on X. You can say what you want. We hold no qualms of if you for Michigan against Michigan, just keep it real and try to be respectful. But on the X, you can say whatever you want. So I can
keep that same energy when we respond.
Right. Hey. It's crazy on the X.
All right. If it ain't nothing else for the greater good, we're gonna see y'all next week after we 4-1.
4-1, baby. Let's go. Go blue.
Killer Kale, take us out of here. We'll catch y'all next week.
We in there like
go blue. Hopefully, Coast and Loveland's back. We can get some passing game going. Until then, I got no confidence. See you then.
Content.